Welcome to another episode of the Marathon. My name's Mare. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I thought I would vlog today, but something just happened in real time, so I kind of want to just talk it out with you because I think it will be helpful. This morning, well, first of all, last week I took Thomas to get some blood work done and they couldn't do it, but they said because it's a very fancy specific test and it has to be shipped to Finland, I believe. And so they said, come back Monday, today, before 11 a.m. and we'll be able to do it. But he had to fast for 4 hours before the test and he has to eat food with his epilepsy medicine and he can't miss a dose. So, and he takes it at breakfast and dinner. This morning, I set my alarm for 4:30. I got up. I got him up at 4:40. He came downstairs. He was a very good sport. He ate some breakfast and he was done by 5:20. Took his meds, so he has to fast for 4 hours, so he'll be now good at 9:20 to do this blood test. It was a lot. I can't believe that used to be, like, I used to get up at 4 for like 10 years doing morning radio. Anyway, I did a bunch of work. I even worked out. I showered. I had a Zoom call at 8 o'clock this morning. After that, I had breakfast. Thomas was pretty antsy. He was very tired and he has school today. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel bad. I like warned his teacher when I dropped him off. They obviously knew that this was happening. We leave the house a little bit early. We drive around, like trying to, you know, make it enjoyable for him. And another thing, if you I don't know if you know this, but like to go get blood work first thing in the morning, I never do because everyone else who's fasting is there. So it's always super busy. So they'd given us a ticket that said like, you don't have to wait in line, come back. So that was great. So we go, there's like 12 people who have already checked in waiting. So I don't know if this means we go after those people. I don't know. Anyway, it's a small room. I go to the admin to like check him in and she looks at it and she goes, we can't do this. I was like, excuse me? She's like, we can do this test and this test, but we can't do this test. You'll have to take him to the hospital for that. And I was like, I was just here last week and they told me to come here at this time and you'd be able to do it. And she's like, well, we can't. Do you want to do the other testing and then take him to the hospital for another test? And I was like, sure, we're already here. So he sat down. It was very hot. It was very cramped. And I was upset because I was like, this is the second time I've had to bring him here. He's fasted. We've been up since, you know, early. And we sat there for about 10 minutes and like other people were going and I was just like, you know what? I went back up to the front and was like, this other test, is this another blood test? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, we'll just do it all at once. So I just took the paperwork and we left. I dropped him off at school and I was very upset. This stuff happens, whatever, like stuff happens. People don't know, it's all whatever. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. Maybe if I had pushed it, someone else in the office would have said like, no, we can't actually do it. Whatever, we left because I was like, if he has to do another blood test, we may as well do it all at once. Anyway, took him to school, dropped him off, and as I'm driving home, I'm like, I am so upset by this. Like, more than, you know, fits the cause, I think. So I wanted to share that with you because stuff like this is happening to all of us all the time. And what I'm finding is that the people in my life who I know or I'm just seeing, I'm feeling like a lot of people have a short fuse right now and a lot of people are getting like upset by things. You know, seeing people like get mad at the drugstore or the grocery store at the person who's helping them, or people are just like short-tempered. And if you work in customer service, I'm sure you know this, and if you do, sending you a hug. So I was very respectful to her because it's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's someone's fault. It's also not urgent testing, so it's not like he has to have this done. We're waiting for the results. I could wait until the summer to do this testing, which, to be quite frank, I might, because I want to have all the answers before I get him to fast again, and then we go to the hospital and like wait and do all the things. this is what I did on the drive home. Tried to take a step back and feel like we're gonna have to just let this go. And in the moment, just being like, you're allowed to be upset about this until you pull into your driveway, and then that's it. Like, I really wanted to like angry text someone and vent. I was like, no, we're not putting that energy out there. We're not. This is not life or death. In the grand scheme of things, everyone's safe. There's a mantra that I really like from Mel Robbins, The High Five Habit, which is, I am safe, I am loved, I am okay. I say that to myself all the time. I am safe, I am loved, I am okay. And then once I got to the driveway, I was like, okay, we're just letting that go. Because what my experience is if I give this too much weight, it could ruin the whole day. Like, I could just be infuriated about it and telling people and getting worked up or being upset. And I don't want to waste my day. I don't want to waste the finite amount of energy. So giving yourself like a cap on how long you're allowed, like, you're allowed to sit in those feelings and be like, that sucked. You're tired. Poor Thomas. Like, that's okay. But then we kind of have to be like, okay, that's an appropriate amount of time to be upset about this thing. Let's move on. Let's not waste the day. Because I could wallow all day, but that's not what I want to do today. I have the house to myself. I have no schoolwork to do. I've already done my work for the day. It's a sunny day. I may just go back to bed. I don't know. And just like relax, binge a show, go outside. But I don't want this thing to like wreck the day. And so I thought I would just share that with you, and maybe it's helpful, like giving yourself an amount of time and then being like, we're done with this. This will not dictate my day. Like, don't let this thing have so much power over how your entire day is gonna feel. I do believe in like what you're thinking you can control, you do have power over, and that can make a difference in your day, in your life, in your week, in your decisions. So I hope that's helpful. Life is too short to let the little things get to you. Like, just let it go. And I know that's easier said than done, but I'm talking about the little things that just piss us off. Like that this morning was a real inconvenience. And now it feels like a waste of 5 hours. And now I'm gonna have to problem solve how we're gonna be able to do that again. But like, so what? Who cares? You don't have to do it today. You don't even have to do it this month or next month or the month after. Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. Like, prioritizing what's the energy today. So let me know if that's helpful, or if you have any other tips and tricks in like the moment. And that is such a toolbox that I've worked on, that I'm really excited to help clients with eventually, is like building that toolbox. So in the moment when you have anxiety or you're upset, you can almost remove yourself and sort of see the bigger picture and be like, okay, how can this either be wrapped up or let go or moved on from? And how can we have a good day? And how can we not let these things stress us out? But the big thing for me is mindfully, like, recognizing it and saying, it's gonna be a good day, or we're moving on from this, or this does not dictate how my entire day is gonna go, and letting it go. I understand it's easier said than done. The little things. I'm not talking about the big things. I would say sweat it for like a finite amount of time and then let it go. Sweat it and forget it. Is that gonna be a new catchphrase in the marathon? Sweat it and forget it. All right, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think. Lace up, subscribe, become a marathoner. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in this marathon, we are building lives that do not have space for the little things that get to us. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.